Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to the State of the Nation on Nasveric TV. I am Dayo Olujowo Ekuniyi and I have my guest with me today, Mr. Ibrahim Lanre Itlan. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
How are you doing today,
Fine,
sir?
Thank you, and thank you for having me here.
Yeah, of course. I'm super duper happy to have you in our studio today. So a quick one. I would like you to share with us your political journey. Yes.
It all started when I was in the university. I started my political journey at the university. Although I never vied for any position, but I sponsored a lot of people that eventually won. Then towards the tail end of my studies, I aspire for the financial secretary of the SUG, which was the student union government. But unfortunately, the election never held because of a crisis and things like that. So that was how I started.
Okay.
And ever since I graduated, I have been a member of PDP, to be precise, since 2003 up till date.
Okay, so yes. How has it been? And why did you pick PDP? Why not APC?
No, the thing is, PDP before now was a party that has the national look. I don't know, or like if you look at it, our politics in this country has always been mostly regional. You understand? You see a region with their own political party and you see them winning election. But as at 2003, PDP was one of, because I won't say it was the only one, at least we had a AMPP then, but PDP was more, it has the look of a national party that everyone has stake and everything. So that was why I joined the PDP.
So how has it been so far?
So far, you know how it is. We are now in the opposition. It's not easy. It's not easy to be in the opposition, but honestly, it's been, we give God the glory.
Okay, you spoke about your political journey so far, yes, and how it has been. Even in the PDP, I know you vied for a position, yes, some years back,
yes,
and unfortunately it didn't work out. So what are your plans?
Actually, like you said, I aspired for the House of Representatives in 2019, but unfortunately the incumbent took the day because he had I don't know how to say it anyway. He had I want them to say he picked it on platter of gold because he came back and he was given the ticket. So eventually the primary never held. So but he's still the man there now, and to be sincere, he's doing well. Okay. Of the truth he's doing well. He's a gentleman and he's doing well. And I'm aspiring again to come out this 2023 by God's glory.
Honorable.
Yeah, the same House of Representatives.
Okay, for what parts?
Okay, it's for Kababunu Ijumu Federal Constituency of Kogi State. Yeah.
So why wanting to represent these people? Why wanting to represent them? You think you really can?
No, the idea is this. Like I always say, you see, leadership, the power, like we all know, is given to man by God. No man has no man will say, okay, I can be this or I can be that. Power comes from God and God alone. But my reason why I have always wanted to represent my people is, I feel my people are known for education. We are known for education. When once you say the Kaba people in Kogi State, everybody will tell you it is school. And it is not. I've come to realize that it is not just going to school. It is not just going to school. There are a lot of things that need to be done in that educational sector. The educational sector needs total overhaul. Number one, we need to change the curriculum. The curriculum we have now only train us to come out as theoretical students. That's why you see once we are out of school, we are as good as nothing. Because we were not taught to think out of the box. So I'm trying to represent my people. At this, there's a need for the country to know that we really need to do more. What we are doing now is everyone has a talent. Everyone has a given talent, and like I always say, when that talent is properly harnessed, if it's properly harnessed, I can assure you that you see poverty to an extent will be alleviated. Hunting for job to a reasonable extent too will be reduced. So we need to go back to the drawing board and include more of vocational and possibly skill acquisition and possibly entrepreneurial experience and skill into our school curriculum. Yes. So as soon as we are leaving the university, or we are leaving even if it is technical college, honestly, you don't have to look for job. You can think of what to do, put food on your table, and you cease to be a nuisance on the streets. But what we have now is they will just, how it is now. You go to school, they teach you how to cram. After 4 years or 5 years, you come out and start hunting for job. You see a graduate looking. There's nothing to show that he has even passed through any school. I don't know if you are kidding me, because nothing. He was not taught how to think outside the box. He was only taught how to the theoretical part of the course he has gone to study. So nothing to show. After graduation, he will just come and start hunting for job. So I am of the opinion that we need to concentrate more on vocational skills, and possibly, bring a more entrepreneurial. I know of some universities that study fashion design. I can tell you now, most universities in Nigeria don't do that. I don't know of the private university, but most federal universities don't do a degree in fashion designs. I don't know if you're getting it. Yes, I don't think so. So these are things we need to bring. Sit on the drawing board and inculcate, put them into our curriculum. You know definitely if a child is going to read a fashion design, he knows as soon as he's graduating, he does not need to go and look for job. Even if he wants to look for job, it has to be in the fashion industry. I don't know if you are getting me. And possibly there's no need even going to study fashion design and start coming to look for you. You should start thinking of how to establish your own tailoring business. And with that, like I said, poverty would have been alleviated, job hunting would have been reduced, and our youth will not be the way they are. I don't know how to put it.
But do you think what you just said,
Yes.
do you think when it's been inculcated,
Yes.
the government will give them, those people that go read, study what you just spoke about?
Yes.
Do you think the government will be able to prepare a conducive environment for those people? Because
like I said,
recently the president of Nigeria, some months back, I can't really recollect, he said that, I'll be paraphrase, that students going to school shouldn't feel that when they come out of school, they'll begin to see jobs for them because there are no jobs. Do you understand? So even if they go to school, let's say they begin to learn fashion designing, they begin to learn bag making, shoe making and all. When they come out, there'll actually be a whole lot of people doing it.
Yes, I understand.
Now, do you think the government will be able to create a conducive environment for those people?
You see that's exactly where I'm actually driving at. If people like me can be given the opportunity to go into the house, into the National Assembly, we will not just sit down and just say and say, okay, our youth should go study this and stuff. We have to make it a law. As soon as we are leaving the university, there has to be some level of number one, the government needs to produce an enabling environment for them to strive, and secondly, there should be tax holiday. If you are leaving the university and you want to establish a vocational center, or you really want to start practicing what you have gone to study, there should be a tax holiday. Some country, I know of Ghana, at times, like of recent, Ghana just gave a 10 years tax holiday for the automobile industry, just to encourage people to come and establish the automobile industry. We can do the same here. We can decide to say, okay, as a fresh graduate coming out of the university or finishing your NYSC, and you want to establish this, okay, we are giving you the first 3 years not to pay tax. I don't know if you are getting me. Then secondly, the government can make it in such a way that you have access to facility. You don't have to go through bottleneck bureaucracy, all this bureaucratic bottleneck system that we have in this country before you get facilities. They should make it easier for them. Even if it is just okay, fine. You study as soon as you are finishing. Once you have a degree, you have a certificate. Let the certificate be the collateral. I don't know if you are getting me. So to make it as easy as possible for them to access facilities, all these things will go a long way in encouraging the youths. Because honestly, even I can tell you, somebody like me, I have never worked before. Since I graduated, that's the sincere truth. Since I left the university up to today, I have never worked. I can categorically tell you that the only salary I have earned from the government is during my NYSC. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
How were you able to do that?
It's not easy, honestly speaking. It was not easy. And even up till now, it's not easy. Because most times, when you go to look for bank loans, the conditions they will bring before you, automatically, how will you even meet up with such conditions? They will tell you to bring collateral, a landed property, somebody that is just managing. Where will you even get a landed property from? They will tell you to do this, tell you to do that. It has not been easy, of the truth. But it's just that I was determined to be on my own. I have never wanted to work for government. I was determined to be on my own, and honestly, that has been the driving force up till today. I have never worked before.
So you're actually working, but you've never worked
for government. Thank you. Sorry, I have never worked for government before. Thank you. I've never worked under someone before. That's the truth. I have always been on my own. It has not been easy. It's a very difficult one, most especially in this country. At times, the bank would know that you have what it takes to deliver. They know you have the idea. They know you have all what it takes to turn that money, the facility you are looking for around, but honestly, they won't give you just because you don't have collateral. And you know how it is. It is very difficult. How it's not even. So someone will be telling you to go and bring it. Where will you get a landed property from? If I have a landed property, do I need to start looking for? I don't know if I get it. I can decide to dispose it and start something big. I know definitely I'll buy another one in the nearest future. So it's not as easy as that. It's not easy to stand on your own in this country. But like I said, with determination, if you really want to do it, you can. It's not easy. Little by little, you will get there.
But the government can actually give us an enabling
environment. Yeah, they can do
to
that.
make it easy.
But of the truth, I want to chip in things. In the past, the government have, I don't know, the previous government, even this government to an extent, has been doing a lot too in the area of giving facilities. Because there are a lot of programs that has been going on, like the NIRSAL loans. I know a lot of people that got this COVID-19 intervention fund. I know a lot of people that got, but the thing is at times you see them giving people 300,000, 700, but at least they have done that. And in the past, we have seen the case like during the time of President Goodluck Jonathan, there was a program called UWIN. Yes, UWIN, where a lot of youths that never had anybody in the government know any big man to stand for them, honestly got, which I know some. I know a lady that just came to serve in FCT here. She's from Kogi. She came to serve and she got 10 million naira to start a palm kernel oil business. And honestly speaking, she succeeded. I know of another one too that got 10 million in Karu that started a tailoring business. As I speak to you today, is a big boy. So the government have been doing. It's not as if we are saying they are not doing at all, but they need to do more. They need to do more so that the youths, to alleviate the level of poverty, because the level of poverty here right now is very high, and unemployment too is on the rise, honestly. So they need to do all that to make all those things go down, to draft them to an extent, yeah.
Well, let's take a look at 2023 election.
Yes.
So how do you see it? What do you foresee?
Like I say, power comes from God and God alone. But as human beings, we always say what we feel and what our opinions are. The truth is, it's a very difficult one. I'm a PDP man, and we are in the opposition.
Yes.
So I can only speak for my party, and we hope to win anyway. We hope to come back to power, and but I know it's going to be a very difficult fight. But honestly, as an average party man and a loyal party man, you want your party to come back. You want your party to win. So that is just my opinion on this.
Okay, since you're a PDP
yes,
member,
I'm a PDP man.
Let's talk about what's going on in PDP right now.
Yes.
So, looking at article and some people trying to tell him to shift his
generation
for his younger generation and all. What do you have to say about that?
But like I said, in politics, most times what we say are just our opinions. Number one, Atiku has a right as a citizen of the country. Nothing so far within the law has stopped him from contesting. So that means he has every right to contest. So it is anybody that is telling him to shift or do this, do that, is just speaking his own opinion. The man has every right, like every other citizen, to vie for the presidency too, for the ticket of who represents PDP at the presidential election. But I haven't said that too. Of the truth, if you look at it, like I always say, I always tell my people, leadership now, leadership in all over the world has moved from might to intellectual, has moved from might to ideas. And my question is this: most of these people that are of age, I am not saying age, age takes away idea. No, we still have old people that are full of idea. We have old people that have done a long, we have world leaders that are doing great and they are old too. But I feel this 2023, they should allow a young, energetic man to go there. I don't know if you are getting me. That is my own opinion. I am not saying anybody that, like I said initially, power comes from God alone. But in my own opinion, I feel they should allow a young and an energetic person, a young man, to go there instead of these old people that have been recycling themselves. I don't know if you are getting me.
So you have a double thought about Atiku?
Not really. No, I am not saying he's a businessman. For someone to have grown his business to what it is today, that means he's full of ideas too. He's full of ideas, and he's a man with a very big heart. He's a man with experience. He has been in the public service at least. He's a retired customs. I think I learned a director in the customs and things like that. And for someone to have grown his business from nowhere to what it is today, that means he's capable. But I just think we should allow a young man in his 60s, 50s, 60s, instead of fielding someone in their 70s and things like that. So that is my own opinion.
Okay.
But as a party man, if Atiku comes out today to be our flag bearer, I don't have a choice. I will support him with everything.
Even if you said you will support him with everything, even if you know that is not, that kind of person is not supposed to be the one there.
Like I said, even haven't gone through the normal procedure of going through primaries, all the electioneering process, and he emerged. There's nothing one can do at that point. I don't know if you all follow anyone that is being picked, whether the person is wrong or right. No. Yeah, don't get me wrong. The only thing we can do now is before the primary election. I like, as a young man now, I have the right, and it is my responsibility too as well, to canvass for a younger person. I don't know if you're getting me. To canvass for a younger person. There are a lot of young men that are actually vying too. I don't want to call names. You know how it is. I don't want to call names. But like in my party, there are a lot of young men, young people that are, in their below 60s that are vying. So now the only I can as well now I can start canvassing for them now. And but at the end, even if I canvass for them and they did not take the ticket, we don't have a choice than to support whoever the party picks. I don't know if you are getting me. Whoever the party picks, because since we have delegates that will go and vote, and if I don't know if it's going to be a direct or indirect primaries, but whichever one it is, they constituted a way of electing the flag bearer. So whoever the party picks, we don't have a choice than to support him. But honestly, in my own opinion, I want a man less than 60. Yes, I want someone less in the 60s or less than 60s. Yes. So because that's advantage. Yeah.
Okay, let me just chip this in. I know you are aware of the fact that the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has signed the electoral
Yes, I am aware.
bill,
Yes, I'm aware.
and he requested that Section 84 should be yanked out. And that says that whosoever that is aspiring to go for any position in Nigeria
Yes.
must drop his
own appointment.
You know, looking at it, when that kind of thing is being removed now, and finally that person is being picked to run for any post in Nigeria. Now, don't you think why that person is in his opposition, he or she will be using the office and even the state's money for his own personal ambition?
You're right. Like you know the position of my party, the PDP, concerning that. So what you just said now is strictly we don't want that to be removed. Any political appointee or anyone that is holding a political appointment, I don't know, because it states that a political is strictly for political appointees.
Yes,
you have to resign and leave the job. Because we can't be vying for the same position and you are using the state fund while I'm using my own money. It doesn't make any sense. You have to resign and come out like a free man, just the same way a common Nigerian. Then we run, we vie for the election. So if you win, fine. But still being in the office and using a government apparatus, using government fund, using government influence and everything, in the past that has always been the case. You see someone, you see a minister, he will not resign maybe until after some few days to election, to the primaries rather. And we have seen cases that even after the primaries, some were giving back their position. I don't know if you are getting me. So all those things, the position of my party is we actually don't want that. We are not encouraging it. We want it to anyone, whoever wants to aspire for any position should resign. Then after that resignation, if the president or the governor still wants to retain him, he will go through the normal screening process to go back to his seat. If the seat is still vacant for him to go back to. So honestly, it is in the opinion of our party, we actually don't want it. We don't encourage that idea of expunging that part from the amended electoral act. Yes, honestly.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. I actually hope to have you again in our studio very, very soon.
Much.
If you will oblige us.
I will. It's just that, I will. Of the truth, I will. I really, it was supposed to be last week.
Yes.
I hope I'm not on it.
Of course you are. And everyone is watching, whosoever is watching.
That's serious. It was supposed to be last weekend, but because of my tight schedule and things like that. Like today, I had to rush back just to meet up with this time.
Yeah.
Because I know it's a privilege and an opportunity, which I thank you very much. And I want to thank Aspheric TV as well for giving me this opportunity to.
And we hope to have you again. Yes, thank you so much. It's been an interesting time to interact with you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, everyone.
The pleasure is mine.
Yes,
the pleasure is mine. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you so much, everyone, for viewing. Thank you for staying with us on the State of the Nation Aspheric TV. Thank you and have a wonderful time.
Yeah.